was this, the 17th, I think it is. So it's August 17th. As you can see, seeing any of my other older videos, the plants have they've come a long way. And in the last video, I was kind of expressing my concern on the stretch of these plants and how far they were going to come up. I had to kind of hoist my fan up a little bit. It's not hanging like it was because it was like in direct contact with the leaves. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to have to get a smaller fan because I at least got about 4 or 5 more inches left just in general. But right now I'm happy with what's going on. Let me try to back up a little bit so you can get a better view, you know. And I mean, that's a, what, 3-foot fan, I think? Something like that. So yeah. So everything above my scrog net, you can see, shaking. See if you can get all the way in the back there. You know, there's a couple plants back there that I barely ever get on tape because they're all the way in the back, you know. I think all the way in the back in the corner is a Gorilla Glue 4. And it's not really growing as big as these. I think these are a Sunshine OG, so they're kind of like blocking it off. You can't see it back there. And then I got these 2 plants back off in this corner that are just monsters. Like, they're all touching the top of the greenhouse already. But right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colas that are super high back there. Probably today or tomorrow I'm gonna get back there and just try to tie them a little bit over this way towards the center so they're not, once they develop the big giant buds there, they won't be rubbing up against the greenhouse and messing up my buds, you know. But yeah, so we are midway through August here. As you can see, the flowers are really starting to finally, you know, I've been waiting for this point to where you can look down on all the tops here and see that little mass of hairs, pistils, whatever you want to call them, really showing you like, boom, like we're here now. This is what's happening. The flower now, and you know, everything's coming along. A few days ago, I was seeing at the bottom, you want to look at the bottom of your plants to kind of be the first indicator of a few things. Down here, I was seeing, see right there on the tips and just on the edges. And I mean, that could really be newt burn. I doubt that it is. I took that as being the beginning of a phosphorus deficiency. And I know these boys are really drinking a lot now and taking a lot of newts. I've never experienced any type of burn or anything throughout my entire grow with any of my plants this year. So that was I've been lucky on that. But I was noticing at the tips here, you can barely see it. You see that? It's a little bit of discoloration. Let me see. See? On all the tips, it's a little bit of discoloration. And I was thinking like that might be the beginning of a burn, because I've been running like I kind of do like for my fertilization, which I don't do a lot anyway, because I really don't need to. These are in the ground, super fertile soil. I amended it, and not even that. I mean, like, I keep telling people, like, I'm in the hood in Detroit, like, undeveloped land for a long time. If you see how big the weeds and shit grow around here, the weeds actually turn into trees in some of these old lots around here. So that's showing you, along with all the wildlife and all the bugs and the pheasants and all that, that it's super fertile around here. So I really lucked up on that. But I was thinking, because of my method, so When I do water these plants, I will generally hit it with high phosphorus bat guano and some molasses, you know what I'm saying, just to excite all the biological shit in the dirt and like really, you know, get things popping. But so I make a tea, but I don't let my tea brew for 2 days and use a stone and all that shit. So basically, I mix it in there, I get it, so I look at the solution and I'm like, you know, it's really saturated and it's not too much sediment on the bottom, and then I just go ahead and water. And see what that does is it doesn't give you that immediate like effect of a brewed tea, but it's a little bit better than just top dressing, which a lot of people do anyway, with great results. So it's kind of like in between. It's like a hybrid type method that I'm using. And then, you know, since I'm doing that and they're getting that slow release nutrient, then I hit the plants with a foliar spray, and I'll use Epsom salts. I was using a supplement called TM7, and it's like an all organic, like trace mineral type thing. I ran out of it. It was one of those free packets that you get, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cheap, man. I go to the hydro store, and before I leave, I always ask them, like, what did you got on promotion stuff? And they're like, well, what are you interested in? I'm like, just give it all to me, man. And I'll pick and choose what I want to use. But so I've been using hemp soap with like absolutely nothing in it but just the soap made from I don't know if it's made from hemp oil or whatever, but it's the Castle soap. It's the really good shit, super pure. So I use for my daughter. So I know it's really clean. I use that, some Epsom salts, and the only chemical that I've been using so far in my garden is Advanced Nutrients Big Bud. And I mix that in a super light solution, and in tandem with me using the organics in the soil, then I just foliar spray, and the results have been pretty amazing. I mean, the buds, how they're starting to form, I can tell like I'm gonna have tons and tons of big colas, like big tops. And I'm gonna use this foliar spray method probably for like the next 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna cut that out, and you know, we'll just go straight to water and see how everything turns out. But I mean, it's looking good, guys. And look at that, all these are gonna be tops. Probably you can see in there. Worst part is I can't even get in here anymore. But yeah, and then, you know, here's my little baby finally got up, got some height over the trellis, even the little secondary nose. And this one I didn't top because I wanted it to shoot up as fast as it could. And I think when it's all said and done, these will probably be up there, so they'll be supported. I'll have 3 or 4, 5 nice colas on here, and then all the buds. I'm really focused on the undergrowth here, because I mean, I'm still gonna get like a lot off of just what comes under here. I mean, on the top, this is just gonna be like all the premier shit, and then like down here, I'm gonna continue with my defoliation. I got in here, as you can see. Well, you can't really see that well on here, but you can see through this plant. Before, you couldn't even see through it, you know. So I know that I'm promoting like good airflow. The light is really penetrating. I have to get these plants in the middle and on this side, you know. I just got to get down there and do it. For the sides, all the way down on both sides, I just lift up the side of the greenhouse plastic, and that's how I defoliate. And that's also how I've been watering as well. I guess probably next year I'm probably just gonna do like put like a reservoir on a couple, like, I don't know, have a reservoir, have it sitting up high, have it next to the greenhouse, and just have like one solid drip line that goes all the way around with holes in the valve. And then that way I can just like mix my nutrient solution, keep it in there, and then water them whenever I need to. Like I say, with my setup over here, I really don't need to water them that much because the rain is really, these plants, they love that rainwater. But yeah, so this is an update. This is the 17th. I think it's the 17th or the 18th. I had the last 2 days off, man. I've just been chilling, drinking beer, looking at TV, man. I'm kind of off right now. But decided to come out here and give you guys an update, you know, show you what Detroit Weeds is doing. Also, big shout out to my boy Stinson, you know what I'm saying, Twisted Roots, Big Nugs, everybody out here in the Dirty Glove that is doing great things, spreading positivity on the internet and really like schooling people, man, and you know, like we got to proliferate this and get more people on the team and just, you know, bring this lifestyle to the mainstream, because this is what it's all about. All right, man, peace out.